Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to GameJam. This is Fight Club Hubs, and I've got Combat Kyle with me. Today we are
What up?
playing A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's the game that Kyle didn't want to play the most.
He's trapped me against my will. Help!
Anyway, Kyle is starting us off already. He hasn't played this game in how long?
I don't even want to begin to imagine how long it's been since I played this game.
But you're pretty confident that you can beat the game, right?
Define confident.
You tell me.
I know I'm going to die a lot. I'm confident that I will die a lot.
Confident that you'll die a lot, but it's all good. So anyway, surprisingly, this is the only Nightmare on Elm Street game, period, if I recall, correct?
Yeah, there's never been another Nightmare game. They're just now making another Friday the 13th game, so...
And that one you actually play as Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, that one actually looks really, really good. I'm not even going to kid you. I can't wait for that game to come out.
I mean, the hell, you'd think that instead of the first movie that they're trying to base this off of, where you're playing Johnny Depp, you'd think they'd at least try and base like a game around, you know, the Dream Warriors or something like that, right?
Well, this game actually has elements of the Dream Warriors. So, like, when you actually do go into sleep mode,
Yeah.
you basically get powers.
Now you're playing with power, bitch.
Yeah, I actually saw a really cool thing. A fan actually made a replica glove of the power glove, and as they were getting it signed by Robert Englund even said, like, this is the first time, like, anyone's ever made that.
Yeah.
So,
So, you want to tell me the significance of all the bones that you're picking up?
well, so just like in the third movie, basically the idea is you're collecting Freddy's bones, and you have to go and bury them in hollow ground, which is the junkyard. So you're collecting all these bones throughout the game, basically to, put Freddy to rest once and for all. During the game, that meter that you see where it says Z's, it's actually not my health. So you actually get more tired as the game progresses. And when that happens, basically all the enemies get essentially powered up. They'll change into Ghost and Frankensteins and a whole bunch of other slew of movie monsters. And you actually end up having to fight Freddy a whole lot sooner. Like, not as like an entity like this where it's just like his hand like actually played Freddy.
I have to say that these snappy looking special effects they got going on right there with the balls. That's something you usually don't see in NES games. You see those types of like graphical effects in like NES and Genesis titles like Vector Man and, well, pretty much anything that's trying to emulate, you know, all kinds of movement for like mechanical parts on robots and whatnot, right?
Yeah. See, the annoying thing about this game though is like so those keys allow you to get into basically different houses. As you go through the game, you pretty much have to go into every house. But what it doesn't tell you is which house it unlocks, so you're constantly moving back and forth on the map. Much like how the Friday the 13th game was, where you're constantly moving back and forth throughout the entire camp. You're just you're literally going through every place, except there's no map, so like I can't pause and find a map going, oh, I need to go to this place next.
Now you got zombies coming at you. I don't remember those being in Friday the 13th. Or I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street.
They're not. Say, like the Frankenstein monsters and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and bats dropping rocks. I don't remember that.
There's a lot of random stuff in this game.
So, speaking of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, what would you say is your favorite movie?
Probably the Nightmare franchise. We're going by horror movies. The third one was Dream Warriors. I think is almost everyone's like more or less like go-to movie, just because it had some of the most iconic lines in the movie, in the series, really.
Yeah.
The TV death, welcome to primetime, bitches. probably the most iconic.
Death on the planet.
Iconic, not only death, but just like the scene in general. Like, there's just so much going on with that scene, like from a visual perspective, that it's just really cool. Now, see, when I did the practice run earlier, I didn't have to go all the way down here, but just showing you like some of the spots that you have to go to later on in the game. So the junkyard is actually one of the last places, to my knowledge, that you have to go to.
As much as you can remember, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. The spikes are going in a completely different direction now because you're going in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already know that I'm gonna probably.
I see the enemies in this game do quite a lot of damage.
They do, even though you don't have like a like an actual health bar. You basically can get hit about 6 times, I want to say, before you actually die.
Now you're going into Dream World, right?
Yeah. So now you're gonna see enemies turn into something completely different. The rats turn into Freddy faces. Basically, it's like a spider version of Freddy. You have skeletons. Werewolf hands. Flying skeleton heads, because that's a thing.
Yeah, and
werewolves, regular wolves. Once you see the spiders, once I actually find where the key, where I'm supposed to go.
Oh, that was a nice hit. Good timing.
The spiders turn into the.
I would have to say my personal favorite is actually just the very first one. Mainly just because of how iconic it is, and just the fact that it just instills that nobody is safe even in their sleep. That's just such a very, very terrifying thing. So, I mean, the series is more known for like the comedy that came out of the deaths later in the series, of course.
It was actually during the third movie, once they realized like they had like the cult following that they did, that they started implementing those jokes more and more. That's why the fourth movie, there was a lot of like funny scenes, like where you see Freddy on the beach with like, you know, his girls, or what was one of the lines, like the girl that he killed that had asthma, that was like, he kills her and says like, "Want to suck face," and basically just drains her entire body of oxygen, which is ridiculous in its own right, but.
Now, there was the one Freddy movie that most people don't tend to talk about a whole lot, and I think that's the New Nightmare. That's the last one that came out in the 90s, I think. The one with the one where they were making a movie based on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, so that actually wasn't. Yeah, here you go. Freddy's coming. If you don't wake up fast enough, you gotta deal with Freddy, who is annoying. And now he just goes away. So he's easy up until a certain point, and then just becomes like unbearable.
He just becomes a giant asshole. And I saw you during the practice run right there. You were having problems just trying to get that one bone.
Yeah, I think you actually can't be. I'm gonna die again. I don't think you can actually be in nightmare mode while that's happening.
Okay.
So that's my only explanation for that. Although you kind of want to stay in nightmare mode, because when you got your power up, like he jumps higher. The one thing this game did really well is that you can control the jumps. Yeah, that's mine. So like when you jump, you kind of hover in air, which makes your life a whole lot easier when you're trying to go for some of these kind of tricky jumps, like stuff like that, like. Because you end up hitting these invisible walls and you can't do anything.
That's the Nintendo difficulty in a nutshell, everybody. Something's always going to get in the way of your jumps.
Or you're going to hit invisible walls like I'm doing right now.
So yeah, now you can get the bone. That's kind of wacky. Punch bats out of the sky. I guess that has to be very satisfying. Uh-oh. And this is a boss fight, right?
Yeah, this one's actually kind of annoying. Because this one he'll throw those tongues out, and you kind of have to get the duck to hit them, and there'll be close to about 6 on screen at one time. So.
And that makes a lot of flickering because the NES can't process that much.
Not only that too, it's just like the way that the hitboxes are. It's kind of a pain in the ass. See, like you just get mobbed.
How many lives? Oh yeah, you got 3 lives left. Okay. Now, how many houses in total do you have to visit before the junkyard?
Shoot. Well, you got the high school that you have to visit as well.
Oh, okay.
So I think all in all, there's like 6 spots that you have to end up visiting. So stage-wise, it's not long, but because it's a platformer, you know, you're kind of stuck with going through.
All right, so Freddy versus Jason. What were your thoughts on that?
Poor execution. Right concept, poor execution. That's about all I can say on it. There were some things that they did really well with it, and then I feel like the end fight's the only thing that really lived up to expectations. Some of the characters I thought they could have done a little bit more with, like the one dude that Freddy killed to send a message.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he had a message written on his back, didn't he? After he killed him.
It was while he was killing him. Like I felt like I watched that scene. I'm like, okay, this guy doesn't have to die in order to really get the message across, because he was the one that was pretty much already telling people like he's coming back. So,
yeah.
Like, he already got the message out that he needed to get out for Freddy. So, which is, I felt like he was a character that could have stayed out a little longer, and there was an invisible
platform, or a platform that doesn't exist. So you gotta take a suicide dive to get that.
You gotta take a suicide dive on a couple of these, actually.
There's one right there. You have to take a suicide jump and get them annoying bees. I have to say, I'm pretty surprised by how appropriate the color palette is for this game. I mean, it's almost Castlevania-esque in terms of like level design and all that stuff, it seems. Only problem is you just some of the shit you can't get.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
like it seems like there's a lot of stuff that's unavoidable in this game. Like most in terms of damage.
Some of the speedruns I saw, I mean, like I know what you could do, but it's just, again, it's mechanics that kind of hold you back, and then it's just like, you know, the annoying nuances of.
And what was that you just picked up?
I believe that's power up, so where I can use my dream power while I'm actually while I'm not in sleep mode. I thought that's what it was.
Man, the interior, everybody must be hiring the same interior decorator. All these basements and houses look the same. You gotta love those, you kill an enemy off screen and it just comes back.
Yeah.
The respawning is almost as bad as Ninja Gaiden. Oh!
Yeah, see, like, even if you just lightly go over that rock, you're dead. There we go. Yeah.
So you can't punch the rat, or is the rat going to take too many hits?
The rat takes too many hits. Same thing with the spiders. The spiders take 2 hits, I think the rats take about the same amount or a little bit less. I'm really unlucky with some of these enemies.
I would say your biggest opposition so far has been those annoying bats with the rocks that drop on the exploding rocks. Okay, that bat's fucking annoying.
Yeah, that literally is tracking you down. That's not cool.
Not cool in the least.
I'm trying to use the invisible hit frames to grab that last bone.
Now you're going to sleep.
Which is probably better for this instance, just because.
And there's your dream power.
That's one of them. Yeah, so I have the ninja power now.
Now, does that have a limit to how many times you can use it, or does it go away? Or is it like unlimited?
Shouldn't go away. Oh yeah, when I jump I actually kick, so it's actually...
Jump kick, that's so useful actually. Automatic jump kick.
Okay.
Fist bump. Freddy just wants to be your bro.
That must be it. All this time we thought he just wanted to kill people. No, he just wanted to fist bump.
Everything becomes clear now. Oh.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh my god. Come on, die. I only got one. Sad part is I only needed one hit left.
And that one hit is becoming annoying.
Oh, maybe I need more. Come on. There we go.
Yep, now you got a one up. Nice.
Alright, so that's 3 keys.
So who do we got in there in the chat room today? Got Yo-Yo and Gamer Keith. What's up, guys?
Not time to go into school yet, apparently. Alright, so I'm already in the junkyard.
That's good. So, like,
I still need to go into the school and then the cemetery, so I'm
And-
guessing by the way the logic is right now with the way the game's going, the cemetery is going to be last.
something tells me you might have to fight him in like a furnace room or something like that. Just, you know, considering that's how he died in the first movie.
It's
Or
actually
boiler
not how he
room.
died in the first
No, he was burnt alive
That's not what happened though when they killed him, because
the first time they killed him when he was alive.
no. What, you're talking about when he's alive. I'm talking about how like they actually went about killing him.
Yeah, I know that when his daughter encounters him in real life, she encounters him in the furnace, and then what was it the third movie, the Dream Warriors, right?
That's not his daughter. That's actually Freddy's dead.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's actually one of the worst ones, but it's got the video game reference that we were talking about earlier. Oh, I'm gonna lose because of this jump now. I feel like I almost have to go into, yeah. There we go. it's game over.
It sucks.
It's just so annoying. It's so annoying.
Yo-Yo says, "Is it really as bad as people say? Because it looks pretty okay." Question mark.
I mean, it's just like any old NES game. There's going to be limitations to it, but the game itself isn't bad. Like I was saying earlier, like with like the way like the jump back mechanics work, like the little hover you do, so you can kind of change direction in air. So, which does help you. It's just a matter of like mastering it, basically. And there is short hopping.
Gotta love short hops. That's in case the master of making short hops, though.
Yeah. The biggest thing really is trying to remember which houses to go into, like when to go into them. Because going through the outside here, there's like little maze section, or like the platforming areas.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's very annoying, actually.
Okay, just real quick for the audience. How well does Kyle sound to you? And do you hear, like, an echo of the game music? Just curious. Because I want to know what the mic's picking up. As I messed with its settings. Would you say just getting hit by that spider is worth it just to get the bone?
Yeah, because when you get hit in this game, you actually get invincibility, so it does help you out in certain spots. It also makes it go by a whole lot faster.
Yeah. Okay, so it's you can barely hear Kyle. And you can hear an echo of the game. Yeah, it's picking up both that game audio and this. So.
All right, so you want to try to move the mic over? Or
Well, the mic's going to pick more of this up, too. So.
All right, so you want to go with a headset?
Do you want a headset?
Might as well if people want to hear.
All right, so hold on for a second. Best part is I can actually... So, change your setting down so you can only be picked up by me.
So they can't hear the fan?
They're hearing like an echo of me, basically.
Oh, no, you didn't. There you go.
It literally chased me down. Alright, you got it.
Test.
Test.
Test. There you go. See if you can hear yourself echoing twice.
Twice?
Yeah, it's probably picking up. This might be picking you guys up. Can you hear me?
It's echoing twice.
Test. Test, test, test. Test, test. Ooh, that looks a little too loud. Test. Test, test, test. Testing, testing. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Alright, here you go. Should be loud enough, hopefully,
Alright, let's...
for them to hear you.
Alright.
Yeah, my microphone is
So how does Kyle sound, guys? Do we sound all right?
Any better? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you just fine, yeah. Say something, Kyle.
Say something.
Alright, say something again.
Hubs is holding me against my will. Please call for help.
Never.
Of course. Alright. I literally tried to go into the same that place I went to the first in the first run and it wouldn't let me go. So now I'm like trying to figure out what house to go into. Come on.
What are you worrying about? Oh, you're making four black cats. Close enough. Well, I thought it was. I didn't see the outline very well at all, so I see the tail now. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. It's pretty cool so far.
It's gonna be I hope they can't see me. You know, it's trying to let
Okay. Now I literally have no idea where to go because it's not letting me into any house.
Now does it randomly generate which house you go into every play?
I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the neck to go into the house because like even if you're in the right one, like hitting up to go in, sometimes the game just doesn't register it properly. So you're like constantly trying to find like the sweet spot essentially on the stairs to where to enter in. That's probably the most annoying aspect of this game. I should be coming up on fighting Freddy very soon. because the timer should be running out. And it sucks because like, if you're out here, you're not gonna get the coffee. It's like, yeah.
Alright, so according to the walkthrough, you can only get hit 4 times before dying. 3 continues, 5 lives per continue, blah blah blah. You know about that. Alright, these houses are listed by the order in which you can enter them. They open randomly, which means when you start, one of 3 houses will be open, but it changes with each game, so yes, it does randomly choose which one to open. So one house could be the first, house on the block, then the other can have the third, blah blah blah.
So they randomly open at certain times.
Well, yeah, each time you start the game, one house will randomly open, and I guess you go proceed in that order. And then, okay, so it's 3 houses, and then it's the junkyard, the cemetery, Freddy's house, and then it's high school. So it looks like the high school is the last level of the game.
That doesn't make sense. But I mean, I don't think they ever made video games based on movies to actually follow suit, so.
Yeah, even the Batman video game by Sunsoft doesn't exactly follow the movie. It just has Joker in it and Batman, and they punch stuff.
Alright, does it say anything about when I'm in like nightmare mode why I can't enter a house? Because I'm literally trying to enter a house just so I can get through this, and I'm not able to enter in anything.
See here, in Dream World, it's just pretty much it says when you're in Dream World, you hear the music stop or start to play softly, Freddy's coming.
Yeah, well luckily Freddy's easy as hell when you're in Dream World. As long as you got your power-ups, you're pretty much gold. It's just, right now it's trying to get into these freaking houses.
Now, standing still causes the meter to go down faster to enter the Dream World.
That makes sense. There we go, finally. Like, I literally was holding up the entire time for that. Great.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but
Now that's just wake you up. Okay, blue box.
I find it funny that the music that it plays is RC Pro-Am. You have to look that up. I honestly don't know. I just always found that's like the first thing that I think of when I think of that music is RC Pro-Am. Probably because it was the first racing game I think I played ever on this system.
Okay, so LJN is the one who put this out.
That makes sense.
But
This would be-
It's made by Rare, so yeah. RC Pro-Am is also made by Rare. I think Rare actually made a crap game before they started hitting it big with good games. But even if this isn't exactly a bad game,
It's just horrible platforming at times, with some shitty invisible walls. Like right here, that like I literally can't jump out of this. This is not me being bad at the game. This is literally the game saying, "Screw you. Here's an invisible platform."
Do you're rare. What the hell were you thinking? I'd be surprised if any of the members of Rare that are on staff were from back in the NES days. I'm sure they've all moved on to different studios. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That
it's
spear right there is just horribly placed. Is that a spear or is it shooting daggers?
it's shooting daggers.
Used to absorb 2 hits already at the time. Oh wow. Just went through that maze very easily.
Oh, boo. Now some of these power-ups also are really odd to me as far as like if we're trying to go with like the lore of Nightmare on Elm Street, because there was never a ninja. There was one guy in the 4th movie that did like martial arts, but there was never like an actual ninja. So why this is a power-up, I have no idea.
Ninjas are cool, man.
I'm not saying they're not, but especially this ninja, because when that drop kick, once you hit the enemy, they go invisible. So, oh shit. Yeah, right. So the just like how you kind of have like invulnerability once you get hit, so does the enemy. So the enemy literally while I'm going through enemies, so is the boss characters. So it makes that like drop kick attack so good because once you hit them, they can't hurt you. Oh.
Okay, that's the high school, huh?
Alright, I don't know why I can't go into that house. Should be the junkyard next, right? 3 houses and then junkyard?
You did all 3 houses?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's junkyard, cemetery, and then yeah, the high school, and then Freddy's house. Is it Freddy's house? I don't know.
Well, Freddy's house is the one that's all boarded up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's going by they hint at it in movie 3, but you don't actually go to the house, I believe, until movie 4 or 5. 5, I know you end up seeing the house a bunch of times, but I don't know if they get to it in movie 4. Huh? Where?
It's on the truck.
Oh.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to notice too. Blends in with that shade of white. This cat looks fine. That's what cats are. Big heads, squishy bodies.
Ooh, thank God.
I have to say, it's a nice change of pace not to actually be the one playing the game on GameJam. Not to say that I don't enjoy playing the game, it's just, it's good to get a little involved. What do you think, Val? Having fun?
You forced me to play this shitty game. I hate you.
Suffer.
I wanted to play Wambaku Graffiti, everyone. That game at least is fun. It's a chibi version of Splatterhouse. That game at least I know I can beat in one playthrough.
Alright, well, if you beat this game, then we'll play that. How's that sound?
Sounds like I'm in a living hell of this part again. There we go.
Yeah, the respawn invincibility, so that's good.
Gonna need that coffee.
Yeah, you gotta get the coffee. It fills up your Cedar.
which for this particular mission means all the difference. Because with all the stuff that's happening in this place, you don't wanna be in Dream World right now. I don't even know what I stomped on that. All right, there we go. So now I have 3 power-ups.
So broken.
Yeah.
Invincible things and you're invincible. That is bullshit. That is awesome bullshit.
Yeah, as long as it's out, you're pretty much godlike.
Alright, how many game overs was that so far?
I think that's 1 actual continue so far. I got lucky.
Wow. That's pretty good. You're doing good already. I mean, you used them all before you got to the junkyard last time.
Come on. You know, I might end up using them all right here. There we go. Alright, so I got that life back that I lost, so that's good. Alright, so what's the next part I gotta go to?
You gotta go to, I believe,
Cemetery?
Yeah, I believe you, yes, go to the cemetery next.
Alright, well luckily the cemetery's right here, so that's... There we go. Of course you can't go into water. This is an NES game. Water's bad in NES.
Unless it's a Mario game, then you can swim in it until you get eaten by a giant fish.
I can honestly say I've never died by the fish in that game.
I did it only once, but that's because I mistimed my landing. That or I was curious as to what would happen.
God damn it.
And I wanted to waste life to see what happens if the fish hit me. Am I surprised? Fish hit me? Okay.
Ah, I was supposed to be able to ride the bubble. Come on.
You jumped before the bubble came out. There you go. Michael Jackson zombies are coming at you.
Wow, he actually took more hits than everyone else. Okay, that's a thing. Huh. No! I forgot you had to do it. That was 3. Oh my god.
Wow.
I blame you for this, Hopes.
That's perfectly fine.
Alright,
All
I'll
the
go.
times you've trolled and beat the crap out of me in Street Fighter, this is my payback.
This is horrible, horrible payback. Alright, I'm gonna try this one last time.
Alright, then I'll let me go ahead and give you
Oh, thank god it was the first house this time.
wireless adapter real quick.
I'm estimating that right now. Luckily, the first house literally just let me right in, so hopefully I'll have good RNG this time. Come on, RNG, RNG. Nope, not that house. Should have been. It definitely doesn't go in order. There we go.
I love how that's just froze to let me in.
Did not want to get hit there. It's alright.
That's all good. That's just what, the first time you died or second time? You
Well,
missed the ball.
I got the. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got the one up, so. Fucking tongues. I hate these tongues! Alright, he's almost dead. As I'm... Yeah, well, luckily, I don't have that many more times to hit him. Oh, that should have been it.
Doesn't help that tongues are getting in the way.
It's alright. Luckily, I got good RNG with the houses this time, so hopefully that makes this a little bit easier.
You've been doing pretty good so far without getting to nap time.
I guess it does help that I played through it 2 times already, so I know where everything's supposed to be at.
You know another horror type of game that I played a lot last night on Ghoul School.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember playing that game getting so frustrated, and then I found out my neighbor played it too when I was living in Germany. He made a map of the whole game on those like a penciled map that he made on what direction to go first, where to get items, all that stuff. On paper, it looked like literally like a Metroid style game. And I was pretty impressed by that. And the farther I got into the game, and eventually beating it, it didn't seem so bad at the game. It didn't seem like such a bad game after a while.
I remember watching. Here's the. That's the ninja, the highly overpowered ninja. What do I get? 3?
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright, that actually hurt me. Whew. I got lucky with that one. I ain't gonna hold you. Alright. Sure. That.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess it's a hitbox.
Yeah, and apparently that's not the right spot.
Yeah.
All right, now I gotta. Tried it. That's Freddy's house.
Okay. So in the grand scope of like, slashers that came out of the 80s, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween.
I mean, there was so many like horror movies that came out during that time.
So what would you say would be your favorite franchises?
I mean, I think all the Nightmare movies pretty much hold up. There were some really bad Friday the 13th movies.
Yes, there were.
So, I mean, definitely a fun series, but like there's just certain ones in the franchise you can just completely forget. Same thing with Halloween.
Very
Honestly,
good. I remember seeing the trailer before when saw Ninja Turtles. The trailer for Freddy Goes to New York City.
that was Jason. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
Actually, surprisingly, that movie wasn't bad. That movie was actually was a lot of fun for a couple of different reasons. Probably the main reason was some of the deaths that happened in that movie were very unique and like could have only have happened in that setting. The scene where the kid who was the Golden Gloves winner, where he's boxing Jason, that's one of my favorite scenes. Even though like the death itself is just like, oh hey, he uppercuts him and his head flies off. This is totally Mortal Kombat, but it was like one of those like really satisfying scenes because it was a kid, you knew he was gonna die, but he put up like I think the best fight out of anybody in the series.
You put up a better fight than what's the guy's name? Busta Rhymes did against Michael Myers in Halloween Resurrection.
Busta Rhymes actually did fight Michael Myers off. He didn't die in that movie.
Sure, well, no, he didn't die, but at the same time, it's like he stabbed him a couple times and he was down for the count pretty much. And then he rubbed him and electrocutes him or something. I forget.
Yeah, they electrocute him, and then you just see it.
Rest in peace, or maybe never ever rest in peace, motherfucker.
Yeah, like that.
That was so bad in that movie, though. It was such a good movie, though, in a weird way.
Oops. Oh.
Oh, 2 hits.
Okay, I don't know why that happened.
Because video
Reasons.
games.
It's because of reasons.
Yep. Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there? Just to catch up to speed, I got Kyle with me today. He's actually the one playing against his will, as he will like to claim.
What claim? I got shackles on my feet right now.
But yeah, this is his third attempt at trying to play Nightmare on Elm Street. One of 2 games he mentioned he would play. Now he's crying because I didn't pick the other game.
The other game is better. Anyone who's played Splatterhouse can appreciate Wampaku Graffiti.
Yeah, what's up? That looks really nice. The dog is definitely trying to blend in.
Oh.
Good. I guess you can't jump.
No, and I'm trying very hard to save myself from dying.
Sperm monsters coming out of the water.
I don't know, but I'm trying not to think about it.
You're trying and you fail.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened last.
Stand on them that long.
No, I tried to jump immediately. And of course I just miss it completely. I'm gonna end up losing all my lives right here. Like that. My last continues. No. There we go. Finally. That cost me way too many lives and way too much time. Oh. Because you know that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Freddy's ghost. What are you, a monk shooting stuff around?
I don't know, but this is still the best weapon. It's like right at the top of the hitbox. You can't let them hit. Oh.
Who's this guy?
I'm dead. So much for, oh. Alright, so now what's next? The school, right? I gotta find a way to get another life or I'm really done.
Well, think about it. The more you play, the better you're getting. So, oh wait, the cemetery, it's Freddy's house. And then the high school.
Fuck.
Sorry. Well, we both kind of screwed up on that, but hey, at least you're near it.
Unbelievable.
Video game logic. If it hits you and you're in a pit, you will be going down the pit.
Oh, that's not a platform? Come on. Yeah, it's like, oh hey, here's a platform. Nope, nope, we... Whew. Oh. And that's game over. Oh no no no! I don't know, but I'm taking it. Yeah, and then that happens, and then you're like, what the hell? How does that even count? Yo, I specifically. Oh my God! All right, there we go. Unbelievable.
This game is throwing a whole lot of fuck you at your way now.
Oh, I.
Jesus Christ. Ooh, boy hug.
Yeah, take time to punch the spiders. Or do the spiders don't die, they just freeze?
No, they. I mean, they were supposed to die. Like.
Maybe the gray ones die.
Wait, what? Oh,
They're out of
that's.
sleep.
It's not even that. I got hit as that's happening.
I was totally expecting the skeleton to respawn. How about you?
I don't even want. Oh. Wait, what?
Those
didn't even get
leavings. You punch the water.
Apparently, I can hit the drips.
So far, I haven't seen any unattainable bones. Oh, that one. Oh, that looks tricky as hell.
I actually remembered that. And just be on the safe side. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, it didn't let me hover. It didn't let me hover.
Okay, the first hour's done. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop your suffering real quick.
Save me.
Alright.
So yeah, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. 2 stages before you actually finish the game. It's so upsetting.
Yep.
So what, you only played that game for an hour, now you're playing another game?
Yeah. Because he can't. I'm not gonna let him suck anymore.
That's gonna be annoying. Now I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna play that game in my house tomorrow, and I'm gonna beat it and be like, what the hell?
That's probably why it was.
To
So this game pack, so it should be fine. That's fine.
Think, try and push the button, see if you got it set. No, you gotta be kidding me.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think it. I don't think Neston's like in Windows 10.
Yeah, that sucks.
All right, so what was the other emulator you were just using?
FC Ultra? Yeah, disable the sync.
What's 1080p?
1920.
1920 by
1080. If you hit close, it should go through. It all tab. That'll get it out. This.
yeah, your emulators do not like you right now.
No, just hit the video. Just do a natural stretch.
Oh well, I guess it would help if I actually tell it custom. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's even worse. Okay. Alright, don't worry about that then, since it's not going to be in that.
This one. Not a big fan of it, but whatever. So there's input.
Joystick 1. Oh shit.
I'll just try again.
Okay, I guess I'll need to do directions. Probably in your C drive.
Oh, see, my C drive has SSD.
Isn't that what these are on?
No,
Go.
they're on the second hard drive. Screw it. Really? Not that close? The program that said, fuck you. No, I don't think I want to end task manager.
That's
This
bizarre.
is the true horror story right here.
I'm actually surprised though that nesting didn't work. I've never had an issue with that. In the actual like grand scheme of things too, the like why this emulator's not running it is beyond me. Because it runs in the other emulators fine. Yeah, wow, it's just not letting you do it. I mean, I could try to find another file for it, but I don't understand what that mapper thing is.
Let's go back to Dim. Usually he has good file. He usually goes and gets files that have good checksums on them. Since we know it's called Splatterhouse.
Not in there. I was about to say Vim doesn't have it. You're gonna have to go back through and Google it. That's Yummy Paradise. We already did that one. Try free ROM.
Oops, I just closed the wrong file. Doesn't matter, but it's here.
Top one. Nope, it's still the same. Whatever that mapper thing is, that's what's not allowing it to go.
Alright, you wanna play another horror game?
No, not playing you annoyed. You've done enough damage for one night, sir.
Oh, we're just beginning.
No, we're not.
Well, since you've got a Super Nintendo controller. What's the latest version? I can't remember. 2003, we know. 2004, yeah, sure.
Should I be scared of what you're gonna pick for me?
Why? I'm not that angry person.
Right. Although I don't even know if you would have a Castlevania.
Sure, why not?
I don't think I've ever played this one.
Super Castlevania?
Yeah,
Let's see here if I can.
just go all the way. There you go. Oops, that's not gonna do it.
Stretch the image. See here.
Other than those awful scan lines.
Very nasty scanning.
Try normal. Just see what happens with normal when you do stretch image. No, do normal with stretch image. Yeah, that's better. That's much better.
But I want to be able to get it in a 4x3. I used to have it like that.
Hubs, I'm the one that's playing it.
I know, but at the same time, it's just. Because I don't have it set to where they can't see the full screen over here. I have to readjust.
Unless it's cutting off the top where I can't see jumping, I think I'll be alright.
Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
If that's what they're looking at though, what I'm seeing right there,
Yeah, see
The-
where the mouse is?
yeah, that's...
Yeah, this is a good chunk of the screen you can't see.
Ah. Is that something in here, or is that more than that?
If I go full screen, what happens? Whatever. This?
I know. I'll fix it.
Oh, that's why I stopped using this damn program. And when it's highlighted is when you press the button. Start over. Up. Down.
Oh no, it's supposed to be left. Go back, go back, go back, go back.
Left.
No.
Down.
Stop. Jesus Christ. It's highlighting multiple things, that's why.
Here, let's start from scratch. Just hit the cancel and we'll start over.
Seems simple enough.
Yep. So you've never played Castlevania 4, huh?
No.
People consider this one of the best in the series. Sub.
So, how many Castlevania games have you played in total?
I want to say 4.
You've only played 4, so I guess the NES trilogy, and then what else? And you have not played any of the Game Boy ones. You've never played any of the 3D ones. The Game Boy and the DS ones I thought were pretty good, actually.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll be truthfully honest, I haven't played much of this game as well. Even though I had the ROM for like the longest time, I've always wanted to get a copy of the legit copy of the game. And now this game is going for astronomical prices as well. I think you can whack those. I think he comes... Okay, you can whack him ways in the air, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, horse head out of nowhere.
Yeah, now I'm screwed. Yeah, I need the horn.
Hey, look at that, secrets. Alright, that's worse than a Medusa head already, the way they just track you like that.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
Alright, good night, hon. I'll see you later.
Good night. Have fun.
Oh, God.
Naturally.
Good night, Kyle.
Oh, that killed me?
Yep. Jesus.
This is literally the worst.
So, Dracula movies in general now, so...
I'm literally jumping. I swear to God, I'm hitting the jump. I love these old games.
So what would you say were some of your favorite Dracula movies?
Dracula 2000 was one that I enjoyed. Now I don't know.
You a fan of the Bela Lugosi classic? Or Bram Stoker's?
The Bram Stoker never gets old. That movie I feel like that movie gave me
I can't help but look at that movie now and think that Dracula looks like a Sith Lord. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That killed you. Wow.
Let's try this again. I didn't even get to the first boss yet.
That just shows how hard these games are, man, back in the day. We didn't take these hard games for granted back then.
No, because I think we had more patience for him back then.
I better update that. GVN Live. A long time ago.
He just wanted you to lend. He just wanted to lend you a hand. You know, it's hard for me to grasp like what a person's mindset was going through when they played this game for the first time because I didn't have a Super Nintendo when it came out. I didn't get a Super Nintendo until I went to my first gaming convention. Actually, that's when I bought one back 2007 when when there was only one Game X. Got my first Super Nintendo and I got like 4 games: Mario, Yoshi's Island, and a couple other games, I think.
I literally rebought this system a total of 3 times.
But to what I was trying to say, it's hard for me to understand what the person's mindset is going through because I played Castlevania 3, and that game was just amazing with what they were able to do with that game. With the very varied in terms of gameplay, with all the people you can control as and all that stuff. You had the pirate guy who can, climb walls and crap like that. And then you come into this game, and they got all kinds of scaling abilities in terms of graphics. And then you got Simon who can now attack in 8 different directions depending on how you attack, like jump and whatnot. Yeah, dancing chain especially. And then there's that whip ability. Holy crap! Where you could use it to cross gaps. See, Medusa heads are still very much a pain in the ass. Are still very much a pain in the ass.
Took way too many hearts too. It's not letting me jump. I swear to God, it's not letting me
So after tonight, Kyle, would you be interested in coming back in the future and doing this again? Assuming that I'm not going to make you play Nightmare on Elm Street again?
Yeah. Actually, crap.
If you got time, right?
Dude's got a javelin spear. And he assembles himself. Is that the boss or is it a mini boss? I don't know about that.
I count everybody as a mini boss until you actually get to the.
Until you get to death.
Yeah.
I think death, if you look at it that way, is
Death the boss in this one?
no, but death is always usually the boss you face before Dracula.
Okay.
As per tradition with most Castlevania games. Whoa! Castlevania, there's all kinds of things. And spiders, shooting spiders off at babies as weapons. What the hell? Okay, that's annoying. Yo, killer armadillos. Looks like you got multiple pathways. Ooh, look at that. Alright, so to anybody tuning in, the first hour we were playing Nightmare. Well, Kyle was playing Nightmare on Elm Street, so after a while he had 3 game overs, and I took pity upon him and let him play something else.
Unfortunately, the game that I want to play.
The game that I wanted to play doesn't work because Rob's emulators do not like him.
Yeah,
Or me, for that matter, because now I'm stuck playing games that
Yeah.
I've actually never played this game.
the one emulator that I've used that's usually been consistent, apparently there's a mapper issue with the one game he likes, which is the
NES version of Splatterhouse.
yeah, the NES version of Splatterhouse, and then there's the other emulators, for whatever reason, we're just having a shit fit due to one reason or another. Let's just say Windows 10 incompatibilities. And I would say some of those haven't even been updated in years. So I decided to keep it, Halloween themed, and we put on Castlevania 4. He's never played it before. I've only played it briefly. He's already made it farther than me. Oh, Jesus Christ, killer frogs.
Literally killer frogs.
That reminds me of this, back in the day when, like the 70s, they were big, 70s and the 60s, when they were trying to redo the giant monster movies like Alligator and all that crap. I remember going to a library and looking through their rental movies, and they had this one called, like, Killer Frogs or something like that, and it was this big old frog on the front cover of the movie, of the VHS cover, and it had a human hand coming out of it. I'm like, this is just ridiculous looking. And I look in the back, and you got, like, Rottweiler-sized frogs jumping around eating people.
That doesn't beat the movie that I saw years ago where it's gigantic rabbits that just terrorize a town. Yes, gigantic rabbits.
I'm surprised I haven't watched that many Halloween-related... Oh, the best weapon in any video game.
And I can't get to it because, god damn it, reasons.
Every year, every October, I try to make it a point to at least watch some type of horror movies when I get the chance. So far, I'm yawning a lot. Pardon me. It's probably because of the way I'm sitting. It puts a lot of pressure on my chest. But the only thing I managed to watch so far was Garfield's Halloween Adventure with my son, and followed by It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Okay, this is a different kind of Medusa from what I'm used to.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, I would definitely say stay in the corner and shoot the daggers at her and just hit the snakes as they come by, unless she suddenly pops out a third attack.
Okay, so I can't go in the water. That's good to know.
I guess it's like mud or something, you sink in it slowly.
Come on, stupid frog. Frog just took literally half my life.
Fucking frogs.
Dancing chain.
Oh, that is such a good find at the last second. I don't know if it's me, but doesn't it seem weird that sometimes, even if it's a Castlevania you've never played, you always have an idea of where a secret might be lurking, like where there might be some breakable walls or something like that, or is it just me?
I don't know. I kind of, like I said, I never played this before, so I think that literally is just luck.
Possibly. Oh, look, more food.
Alright, hopefully this helps.
Evil Dead the musical, really?
God, that weapon is too good.
The cross is like literally the greatest thing in the entire franchise.
Finally. Oh no!
No, you just got the axe. What's wrong with you? Yo, what is that? Flying demons.
Whatever it was, it's dead.
One hit and he just falls down.
I don't like this.
It's like wingnut.
Yeah, I got it back. Okay, that stage transition seemed pointless.
Weird.
How many stages are in this game?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Okay, sure.
Wait, so you got hit by the water, right?
No, I got hit.
You just walked on those weird-looking spikes. Is it me, or does this look like a Metroid stage?
Probably is. Why do you think they call those games?
Yeah, but Super Metroid came out like
3 years after this, 3 or 4 years after this.
So then the question becomes, which stole from who?
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I don't like that. It actually reminds you of the Ash clone from Evil Dead 2. He falls down and he becomes a bunch of mini hymns. Remember that?
That was actually Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness.
I thought Army of Darkness was 2.
No, there was actually Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn.
Oh, okay. I never saw that then.
That's got oh!
Oh man.
That's got one of my favorite lines in it ever. Alright. Quick, find me the password. I'm not starting from level 1.
Alright, alright.
Now, Dead by Dawn's got one of my favorite lines ever. He's sitting there and he's looking at himself in the mirror and he's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. And then, like, an evil version of him pops out of the mirror and starts choking him. He's like, we just hacked up our girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that sound fine? And then, like, he falls back and then, like, a scene and a half later, he just sits down and the deer head that's in the apartment,
Yeah.
or the cabin, I should say, starts turns into a deadeye and starts laughing at him, and then everything in the place starts like coming to life and laughing at him, and you just see him like slowly like break down into madness.
So you were on stage 3, right? Or stage 4?
Stage 3.
Wait, hold on.
It just felt like stage 4 because the stage transitions in this game are ridiculously long.
So then the
I think that's why I liked Symphony of the Night, because there wasn't so much stage transitions as it was just one
Metroidvania, right?
Yeah, it was just one gigantic castle.
And so you want to try 4 or 5? Or 4 or 3?
What do you mean?
Stage 3 or 4?
I'll go back to the stage I was at.
Alright, first row, last one is an axe, first one's a holy water on the second row, and then the bottom one, first is heart.
Huh? Oh, is that the password?
Yep. Yeah, they have a very different password system. Well, you can hit continue. Interesting password.
What the fuck? I did hit continue, right?
But no, you wouldn't select the password. And they gave you a password.
Okay, there we go. So what is it? So it's
Heart.
axe.
Axe, then holy water, then heart on the bottom. Not complete. Try again. What the fuck?
Am I supposed to do something else?
Alright, try this. Holy water. And there's 4 holy waters. Okay, cute. 2 holy waters on the second row. 1 and 2. One right there. And then axe at the very end. And then nothing there. You know what? It's probably linked to your name. Passwords are probably generated by your name, most likely.
Alright, then what was level 2 then?
Level 2 is just 2 holy waters. One
Where?
right there, and then one on the bottom. First row. Yeah, it makes no sense. I guess password system is generated in a completely different way. Let's see here. No password. But yeah, like right here, I just noticed death is the boss right before Dracula. FAQ, let's...
Alright then. There's only one viewer on here. What time is it?
It is about 11 o'clock, pretty much when I start wrapping up.
Might as well start wrapping up.
Yeah, we might as well wrap it up. So anyway, Kyle gave it his best shot in 2 games. We will definitely love to have him back on, of course. That's up to him.
I'll try.
All right.
I'll try.
So, like I said in a tweet, that I'm going to be moving this to Wednesdays, so I'm not conflicting with my friends who are also doing streams, like Joe or anybody else for that matter who does a Let's Play on Thursdays. Next week, however, will be my last Thursday show. I'm going to have Rico Marari, the guy that owns the arcade store over on the West Coast. Had him on GVN Live about a month ago. Really awesome guy. We're going to be playing the Resident Evil remake.
How?
GameCube version.
No, but I'm saying, is he...
Well, I'm going to be playing it, and he's going to be doing commentary, kind of like what I did with the guests from the other shows.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he probably has it more memorized than I do, so he'll probably help me out.
Yeah, I couldn't walk through that game, like, in a speed run if I saved my life. I could probably do Metal Gear 1 before I can do that one.
All right, so thanks again to Kyle for showing up. It's a pleasure to always have someone who can, travel outside of, like, who's within range of this house and making it. So, everybody, have yourself a good night.